let you listen to the video in a few minutes.
Yep.
Let's call the Covington County Commission July 8, 2025 meeting to order. I'd invite everybody to stand for invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Patterson.
Bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for Covington County Commissioners and all that they do, and all the citizens of Covington County. Be with us today. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Please join us in the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Covington County Commission meeting this morning. I'm glad to see everybody here. We have no scheduled public hearings, but we do have a couple of comments from citizens as scheduled. We have Miss Emily Egger and Miss Linda Harper from Opp City Schools. You don't want to speak anything this morning? I know y'all have filled out a. Okay. Okay, thank you. I knew y'all had filled out the paperwork, so. All right, also at this time we have no awards and presentation. We're gonna go to public comments for other elected and appointed officials. Mr. Patterson?
No, sir, I don't have anything.
Susan? Ms. Tammy? Mr. Rawls? Philip? And Eric? Okay, going down to the item 7 on the agenda is the consent agenda to consider approvals for the meeting for June 19th, 2025 workshop and June 24th, 2025 regular meeting. Also going to consider approval for accounts payable and payroll for June 2025. That was pages 4 through 32 of your packet. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion from Robbie,
Second.
second from Tommy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Coming on down to old business, we have consider recommendation for retail beer license at Beat the Beach, formerly the Old Country Store in the Stanley community. That is pages 33 and 34 of your packet. The ladies who were opening this spoke to us at the workshop. Assuming if anyone had any questions, they've had them answered by now. At this time, I will entertain a motion to approve Beat the Beach retail liquor license. This is an off-premises, not a on-site liquor establishment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion from Tommy.
I'll second.
Have a second from Robbie. Robbie, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I have to abstain.
Okay, we have 3 ayes and 1 abstain from Ms. Holmes. Next is consider resolution for the Opp City School Board of Education, pages 35 and 36 in your packet. I know Ms. Edgar, Mr. Bond, Ms. Harper, all of them spoke at the last meeting about a resolution for the county to continue a tax or not mess with a tax that was established in 1961, is that correct?
That's correct.
For them to be able to have a bond for the Opp City schools for upgrades of some equipment, air conditioning units, along with consolidating other financial debt to get them under one bond. At this time, I would entertain a motion for the approval of the Opp City School bond issue.
I will make a motion that we consider the resolution for Opp City Schools.
Have a motion from Mr. Ben,
Second.
second from Tommy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
We have, you say aye? Yeah. We have 3 ayes with a no from
And I did
Ms.
have
Holmes.
discussion on that prior to that vote, but we didn't get to that.
Okay, well, we can,
And this is what I have to say, and if I got my part in, I would have probably voted yes, but I didn't. My uncertainties and concerns are not towards the Opp City Schools. I want you to know that up front. They're concerns for Covington County, and Opp City Schools are part of Covington County, and I wanted that to be said and established right here today. My first question was, and I'm not expecting answers, don't want any, was why the city of Opp didn't back this bond. But we have no reason for that I've been able to find out, except that that just wasn't the way it worked. And normally in a city school system, that's the way it works. You know, everybody knows a bond is the same thing as a loan. And I think also there's two bonds in this. There's not one, isn't that correct, in this new?
There's the existing bond that can be paid off, cannot be called until June of 2026.
And
from what I
that was the
understand.
one that will be considered into this one, but anyway. Another part of this was until yesterday afternoon, I was unaware of the contents of what was called the official statement. Were any of you aware of that? Have you seen it?
No, I've not.
Official
Okay,
statement.
okay, well, I had not either. That was the reference that was made, which I'm thankful to you for providing that, because I would have felt like that was something that this commission should have had access to and should have been able to have seen. That's not your fault. That was just something that we didn't ask for apparently, or we didn't know. So therefore, by saying that, I don't know how you vote for something when you're not sure of everything that's included. That's a problem for me. I said in this note I made to myself, I really hope that all the other commissioners had seen it and had it explained so that there was no uncertainties left. And the last thing is, I'm not happy with making a commitment on behalf of this county, not for 20 years. It's just never seemed like to me that's the wise thing to do. Although this is the way this is set up and I understand it. I do. I understand what you're saying, that all we're doing is saying to this company that the money is available if the Opp City Schools needs it. I understand that. That we're not liable, we're not responsible. That was in all the statements that I have read. You know, if you've ever sat in a in a lawyer office where you had to draw up a will or listen to a will be read, they sometimes will refer back to it as being making a decision from the grave. Well, for me, that's what I'm doing. Because 20 years from now, I won't be here to have to worry about what goes on and what the circumstances are for this commission or any other one. And that is a grave concern for me, because I feel like if I do my job as a commissioner for this county, which is what I promised, then I want to do what's best for everybody. We're placing restrictions on future generations. That's what this is about. Whether it hurts us or whether it doesn't right now. We don't know what the future holds. So I thank you all for listening, for giving me this attention, and these are my feelings. And that's why I voted no. Would I have voted yes had I been given the opportunity prior and had understood all of this? I would have, yes, because I want to do what's best for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Holmes.
Did you vote?
Under new business,
Yes.
we have consider action to seek new administration agency for certain grant programs. I'm gonna
Yes.
let Ms. Morgan explain that.
Commission, I've been asked to look into some options for you guys to have a new administrator for some of the grant programs for which you receive funding. And I've prepared a letter for the chairman to sign to get that process going. And so that's what this would be authorizing, taking the next steps to look for a new administrator to administer some of your grant funding.
So it's seeking new administration for certain grant programs we have.
Yes, sir.
Just a letter to basically try to find new administration for it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we move forward with it.
Have a motion from Tommy,
I second.
second from Lynn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is consider approval of the 2025 federal certification and assurance for our CATS program. Ms. Tammy kind of explained that to us last week at the meeting about the approval of certain certifications that she has to have and stuff like that. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve the federal certification and assurance for the CATS and FTA assistance program.
I make a motion.
Have a
Second.
motion from Ms. Holmes,
Second.
second from Tommy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next, consider approval pass-through agreement for 2026-2028 CAS. This is, again, Ms. Tammy spoke on it last week. Is the flow, Ms. Tammy, of federal funds through? What was?
So the FTA,
Yes, please.
so the one that you're.
I was just trying to refresh.
Compliance with the FTA of all federal funds that flows through, our county and through CATS. So in order to continue to receive any, federal funding, we have to, agree to this, I think it's 2-year, agreement.
Yes, I thought it comes to.
So it actually comes through commission and flows straight to the CATS program? Okay. That's why I was wanting to make sure it flowed
Yes, sir.
straight through the commission. Okay, let's consider approval for pass-through agreement for the 2026-28 for CATS program. Entertain a motion to approve that.
I make a motion to approve it.
Motion from Ms. Holmes,
My second.
second from Mr. Weaver. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is consider approval for out-of-state travel for the sheriff department. That is pages 37 through 39 in your packet. The sheriff come up here requesting to send 2, is that correct?
That's correct.
Deputies?
To investigators.
Investigators for the child, basically for the Child Advocacy Center, some of the training for that. He also agreed to pay for it through his discretionary funds, except for the
Per diem.
per diem. And he asked the
The
commission to
meals.
cover the per diem, and it is a budget, the per diem is a budgeted item that he has funds available for.
That's correct.
So he's asking for the approval for the travel for the 2 deputies that he will pay for out of discretionary fund, but the commission actually agreed to approve the per diem through his budget that he has 2 items budgeted for. Or that he has the items budgeted for. I would, at this time, entertain a motion for approval of the sheriff department's travel.
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion from Tommy,
I will second it.
second from Ben. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is consider purchase of a vehicle for the sheriff department, page 40.
Did we discuss this at our workshop?
It was not.
And the sheriff is not here?
He's at conference. This is the vehicle that we had put out for bid and we got no responses. They went back and looked and there was a vehicle in state bid. It's not what they initially wanted. This is a different kind of vehicle. They had a truck that was available in state bid and, they were just asking, instead of trying to rebid, to just go ahead and allow them to purchase the truck off state bid.
So it's a prior item that was approved for them to put out for bid, but the vehicle they were hunting was not available. And they found one that would be suitable for the same purpose. And instead, like you said, instead of having to go back and rebid everything for this, that, and the other, just approve. Basically, the bid process from where they did not have the vehicle they wanted for available.
This one's for Alan.
Yes, ma'am.
That is correct.
And I also see where he's going to pay for all the extra stuff
They're supposed to pay for everything out of.
of discretionary money.
That's right.
The vehicle that Alan currently is driving was a law enforcement purchased vehicle as well. And at one time, they mentioned trying to do a trade-in, which is allowed under their rules. We checked with examiners, and since it was purchased with discretionary funds, they could still trade that vehicle in. And it was all discussed whenever we first initially allowed them to.
Are we waiting on a
solicit
motion? Are we waiting on a motion?
Yes.
I make a motion that we buy the vehicle.
And it is
or
purchased
we let
through his
him buy it,
discretionary funds,
purchase
correct?
it.
That's correct.
Second.
And it is purchased through his discretionary funds.
Okay.
So I have a motion from Lynn, a second from Tommy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next, consider appointment for Personnel Review Board, pages 41 through 43. I know we had spoken at the meeting that Gary Strickland was still interested in doing it, and Mr. Shannon Wiggins, but the other two, one of them was not interested in. I know Rachel tried to get up with Miss Cynthia Donaldson, and I don't reckon you've ever had any luck with that.
Is she from Opp?
I believe so.
Do any of y'all know her?
I don't.
I don't either.
Cynthia Donaldson.
I think she was a former educator, but I was thinking. I th-
Okay. Just trying to figure out a way we could get up with her.
So we need to approve the two,
If we can,
and
and
then
then go
put the
ahead.
ad out.
Would you please? Thank you. I should have thought of you, Chuck. I forget you're from Opp.
What I would like to recommend is to approve the first two because they have submitted the stuff, and then again, put it back out as we have to the other
The other two.
Yes.
substitute,
Yeah.
the two.
She doesn't
If we
want
can't
to.
get up with anyone, and hopefully we can get some response as we have with other board positions.
Right, put it out public.
Yes, ma'am. So this time, I would entertain a motion to approve Gary Strickland and Shannon Wiggins to be back on the Personnel Review Board, and then again, re-advertise and put on the website for the other two positions.
Make a motion, we approve those two.
A second.
Motion from Tommy, second from Lynn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next, consider Southern Software contract for the jail. This is through basically for the 911. This is a budgeted item for them, with the new 911 going through an enhanced, system. It's an item they already have in their budget.
We're just requesting for the contract to be signed.
Ms. Jeannie, it wasn't on the agenda for the workshop.
This one, that was my fault on that one. It was approved in the budget from last year, and we discussed it at length at that time. She had, at that moment, she had just renewed her current maintenance agreement, so she was wanting to wait longer into the year so that she did not have a whole year of wasted maintenance agreement with the last company. And so, that has been discussed at length, but it is the time now she's ready to start transitioning over before the maintenance contract is due again on the company she currently has, and so that she can have them roll over without losing.
How much time's left?
Till October 1st, and I may have to renew it to the end of December, because at first they said it'd take 3 months to transition, but it may actually take up to 6.
Okay.
It's not a set definite.
Right, so you won't have a lapse.
I'm trying to get a quote on the current jail tracker to get the quote through December, so it'd be like a quarter that we might have to pay for the
Yeah.
jail tracker so we can fully transition.
Okay.
We have to have a software 24/7 every day, I mean, we have to have it.
Sounds like you've got it figured
I
out.
hope so.
All right.
And then also with the upgrades going on at 911 center, it may even honestly vary some there because, 911 center is actually upgrading their facilities, so it's gonna kind of may vary a little bit for them. Like I said, it was just an overlooked item for the agenda last time, but this time I would entertain a motion to approve the contract for Southern Software for the jail. And it is a budgeted item.
Make a motion, we approve it.
Have a motion from Tommy,
I'll second.
second from Robbie. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next, to consider grant approval for the South Alabama Regional Airport. This is the grant for them that they applied for to
Resurface.
maintenance. I couldn't remember if it was maintenance or
I
resurface
think
their
resurface.
taxiway.
Yes.
I think they have applied for a $1.2 million grant. I think that's correct. But for them to be able to receive it, there were no matching funds from the county. The only matching fund will come from the airport themselves. I think it's $31,000 that the airport will pay.
And I think that was split between two different parts of that.
I think so.
Great deal. I wish we could get some roads like that.
Ain't that the truth? But, anyway, it's for them to upgrade their taxiway, but the cities and the county and the airport board, because we do people to the airport board, and part of that has to sign off on them being able to receive their grant. And it will go straight to them, it does not come to the county, and it will be up under, I think Ms. Morgan had mentioned, up under the federal audit. So they'll be taking care of all that also. So at this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve the grant for the South Alabama.
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion from Ms. Holmes,
Not second.
second from Mr. Weaver. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is consider approval for purchase of equipment from the engineer's office. Mr. Lynn, I know you come up here and talked with us at the workshop. Some of it was about different pieces of equipment. I know in the future, we're looking at motor graders, dump trucks, and
Ron.
apparently a long list.
Ron's been working.
And the other one, the Mower Max, Lynn, that you mentioned.
We're looking at, we'll take care of the Mower Max first, that was already kind of verbally approved. And I've got that, that'd be on the third page, I believe, there, that handout is stapled there for you. This, the quote from Koblenz in Montgomery, the purchase price will be $292,750 for that Mower Max.
And that's an additional Mower Max. You already have one, correct? And this will be an additional one for the engineer
We have
department.
fixed reach the service life, so we don't repurpose the, it's just the boom, everything's wore out on that one. But we'll repurpose that as burning in the future, so.
Okay. And this is when discretion, or I'm sorry, when the funds become available? Is that correct, how we doing that one?
On the Mower Max, the
Yes.
funds are available.
So the funds are available now. So first of all, we'll talk about the Mower Max. Entertain a motion to purchase the
I'll
Mower
make a
Max
motion that we purchase the Mower Max.
for $292,750. Second.
Second, start in District 4.
No, finish in District 3.
So we have a motion from Lynn, a second from Tommy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Scratching out what district they started in.
Right.
I made the motion, so we get first dibs.
All right, Mr. Rawls, what else you have?
All right, the other, again, we have to plan ahead for our sale of equipment and purchase of equipment and our delivery of equipment. So, we've reached out to Caterpillar and, John Deere both on motor graders. And you'll see on that special packet I just gave you, the first one is the John Deere, we're looking at maybe getting, 4, new motor graders. And the ones we have, 4 will be sold in the spring sale, but in order to get this going, we need to go get these things ordered. So Ron and I went through this, and, each machine, to start off with, they have, slope control on the machine, which means they can set the actual cross slope on the road or whatever on there. We have spec'd out one machine to be totally GPS. So we do have a lot of roads that has to be constructed, and we can actually build a surface and actually build the roads with this other machine. That's a more desirable machine on the resale end. All these machines come already with GPS ready, so they're already, they're ready for a contractor in the future. If they buy them, they can go in with their GPS solution on that. The one that on these are compatible with the ones on GPS that we have already. So, they all have a slope control, a rear ripper, a 14-foot low board, 17.5 R25 tires, and GPS on all models. And I asked Wood Auction, because we have to look at selling these things in the end. And this is the desirable trait for all the machines to have for a contractor to do when they purchase these machines. So this makes it more available for contractors that be ready to go and use if they want to put these in service once we sell these. This is something that should be more marketable at the end of when these reach their end of life for us here at the county. So we spec them out for this reason, for the end sale. Now, you got the numbers in front of you. I got John Deere and Caterpillar. As it looks now, John Deere has it with the 4 machines, and the county is looking at saving around $227,665 if we go with the John Deere.
So, just one question, if we go with the John Deere, is the resale value gonna make up the difference in the Caterpillar?
We've looked into that, Again, I don't have that crystal ball. We looked at the sale, and then, it's all, we looked at this yesterday, Ron and I kind of, we shopped on.
So you recommend the John Deere?
I recommend John Deere. Now granted, I think the cat sells a little bit more, but you pay a little bit more
Right.
on the front end, so it's hard to really.
But
tell
if you're
the
gonna recap over the $200,000.
I think so, yes.
If you're going, you understand what I'm saying? If you're
I
gonna
agree.
make more on the resale than you would, that's my only point.
Were y'all happy with the John Deere's the time before?
We are, I mean, it's, both of them are, they're, the weight, everything on the machines are basically all the same. Caterpillar, I think, has got more market share, I think a little bit more, but we've had good, luck out of John Deere when we have that other one in prior years. Again, we're looking at 5 years in the future, but I have no way of knowing what these machines bring. They're all good, I can't say anything, although I think Caterpillar has more market share, that doesn't mean that John Deere doesn't have a good machine, but they have a very good machine as well. So, but I recommend just by the numbers, unless the commission wants to do something different, we're looking at $227,000 of savings. And then next year, for the fiscal year 2027, if we do the same thing based on the numbers today, you're looking at a net savings over the 2 years of $537,000. You're looking over $500,000 of savings. We'll do this again next year. So, it's just something, but I got the number for you. My recommendation is the John Deere. So,
Lynn, the only thing I see right here on there, it shows like one of them has the Caterpillar has a 36-month travel time mileage package to cover one of the field repairs where the John Deere don't. Is that something that we,
they've got their extended warranty, and plus it's a comprehensive, 5,000 hour, and it actually goes into the, a 6,000 hour powertrain on the other end. We try to get these as close as we could. Caterpillar didn't break theirs down, what did they cost per, it's in their price. John Deere broke theirs out.
Okay.
And you can see the difference. Now that I see, I'm glad you brought that up, I forgot to mention that. But the John Deere has an extended warranty, 60-month, 5,000 hour comprehensive, or a 72-month, 6,000 hour powertrain. So.
so you're asking for the commission to consider a motion to purchase 4
Three.
Four,
Three, it
John
says.
Deere,
John Deere?
6 sevens.
So you want 4, and you've got 3 on this one and 5 on the other one.
There's 3, there's a, Ms. Lynn, right?
Oh, the extra one, yeah.
There's an extra one, that's got the full GPS control on it.
And we have 9 right now, total.
8 right now. This would give us our full,
I thought we had an
do have-
extra.
Yes, we do have the 9, yes, with the John Deere, we have that old John Deere, yes, we have the slow control.
And
With
what
4.
model are the ones we have now?
Ma'am?
What model are the ones we have now? What models are they?
140 instead of,
No, 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 I mean year.
Year model.
Oh, year,
2019 or 2020s?
no, I apologize, I should know this, but it's,
4 years, maybe?
yeah, 4 years.
4
yeah,
years,
right.
I think
It's
that's
right,
right.
It's right at 5,000, mark on the sale, it's full, yes.
Lynn, so these meet specs, right?
Yes, these
And-
are on the state approved bid, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And then you will sell 4 come the spring
Sell for-
and try to get them on a rotation instead of having to come up with all 8 of them at one time.
And then next year, hopefully buy the other 4.
5, there'll be 5.
5.
So I will entertain a motion.
And this is just for the process to go and get them pre-ordered.
Right.
So we won't have to purchase these until, we're basically purchasing the vehicle, but with this vote, but, this will come at the, first of the year, when we sell these, that spring sale.
Okay.
Just gotta get them ordered.
Make a motion.
The motion for Tommy to purchase 4 of the John Deere motor graders with the understanding that we basically won't get them until after the first year but right before, hopefully we.
March sale it would, that's correct.
Okay. Have a motion from Tommy,
I'll second.
second from Robbie. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And this total purchase price will be right at $1.263 million is the purchase price of these war machines.
And then we will take some of the money, hopefully we get from the others to offset this cost.
All right, now the second Christmas wish list is our dump trucks. We're looking at maybe getting 3 dump trucks right now as well. And that's not in your packet. Ally did give you these numbers earlier today, but we're looking at the T880 trucks just like we have now. And there will be a Cummins engine, the T880 with a Logan Corporation dump body. The chassis, the chassis and the dump body total is $244,435 per equipment, which is a total of $733,305 with the purchase price on those machines.
How many?
3.
3.
What was the total purchase price?
$733,305.
And that's for 3.
That's for 3. And the total for what you will, well, let's get this free first. I'll tell you what
Look at him, Dax.
We have to pass it and see what's in it.
Hang on a minute now.
Anyway, you got the number. I got the total. I do have that total.
And that will be selling 3 of these at the spring auction also.
How many,
No, he's running this for next.
how many did we buy last year?
That was 6 total. That was 6. Well, it's 3. We bought 3
Trying
in
to pre-
3 the prior year.
Okay.
We got 3 new ones later last year.
Yeah.
We sell off those old.
And those are 25?
Those are 24.
2025.
Is that the white ones with the red bodies?
Yes.
Did you ever get a logo?
No, they didn't. No,
White
that's
trucks.
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and
We'll
see.
go with white trucks with black bodies this quarter.
Will we get logos on them this time
Yes.
to make sure that,
Yeah.
not guessing if it's ours or not? Immediately?
So, Mr. Rawls is asking the commission to approve or consider a motion for 3 dump trucks.
Pre-order, yeah.
Pre-ordered 3.
Pre-order the 3 dump trucks, for a total of $733,305. That's hard to say. Especially we just said the other.
Yeah.
Basically pre-order with 3 of these dump trucks being sold at the wood auction in the spring.
Make a
To kinda
motion
help
to approve
offset
it.
To pay for the 2026 budget.
Yeah, be through his 2026 budget. Have a motion from Tommy to approve.
Yeah, I second.
Second from Robbie.
He's trying to spit it out.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Mr. Rawls, now
I
what?
appreciate you approving $2.289 million worth of equipment for our road department.
Wait a minute.
You did.
But some of that's gonna be offset from the sale of the other equipment, which this is how,
Cost of doing business. I mean, it's expensive, and we gotta have equipment, so I do appreciate it.
this is kind of how we've always done it, especially, and we've been really lucky, honestly, Lynn, we could say over the years selling some of our dump trucks, cause we might not break even, but we'd be pretty close to breaking even on basically just swapping out vehicle for brand new vehicle under warranty.
And I wish I had that crystal ball to tell us what we can get in 5 years, but we don't know.
Right.
And I wish we could kind of figure that out. Who knows what it's gonna be? We gotta make the best decision from what we have in front of us.
Those motor graders, they got transmissions in them, right?
Yes.
I wanna see them sitting around.
Next is consider preliminary plat approval for River Breeze subdivision.
All right, you have that in front of you as well. This was the old, Gandy's Marina. And, the new developer has not renamed the old lots. They're exactly as they were on the old plat. They've added a few out parcels, make that part of the whole from the previous landowner, he bought the land that the previous landowner had around it. He subdivided a bunch of parcels, but he is renaming the old Gandy's Marina 2 River Breeze Retreat subdivision. And what I'm asking this morning is for preliminary approval. It meets all the, it's got all the certifications, it states our base flood that we generally call on plats, showing that this isn't a flood zone. But it meets all the criteria. The only thing I will need is it has the owner certification, surveyor certificate, certificate of health department. So it's the only thing we need basically basically, for final plat approval, other than the advertising we got to do prior to the, final plat approval. But if I get this improvement, we'll go into well, once I get actually from the health department, their certification, their approval, then we can advertise. Well, I'll have to be anything unknown other than just our signatures. I have to sign it. Karen has to sign it. I think the chairman, I think he has to sign it. So, that's asked for further approval for this subdivision.
So Lynn's asking for approval for this subdivision. It was built years ago, right there, it's right there behind the Dollar General again, if anybody wants to know where it's at now, in Robbie's district. So at this time, I entertain a motion to consider approval for the River Breeze subdivision.
What's our responsibilities here, Lynn?
Just so they can get it probated and they can sell lots.
Okay.
We do take over the roads. Remember, the road was closed.
But they're
it's already-
paved,
It's paved.
Paved and curbed and good.
gutter and everything.
Storm drain already. That's Have you already- looked at the road? I mean, it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
in good shape?
Yeah, it's good shape, yes.
Cause
That
we
was my
used to actually
question,
have
too.
the road, I guess, in our maintenance,
Yes, that
and
was.
then it was closed because of vandalism.
Now, tell me again what you call this, the what?
It's gonna be, the new name is the River Breeze Retreat.
And what did we call it back years ago?
Robin's View?
So good. A motion, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a
And
second.
cold pool, too.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Yeah, just an update from our department,
Susan
Key
knows.
Ways, last Wednesday, bridge, we've got about 80–90% of the approach work done yesterday on the Horn Hill end. We'll base that road probably tomorrow and Thursday, and we'll actually pave that one next week. It'll be paved next week. It will still not be open. We have to put the, guardrail down, the pavement go down first, so we'll drive the guardrail to the pavement. And then, we'll get the road striped and we can get the road up to the, so hopefully that'll be within the next 2 weeks, depending on the guardrail. We got them kind of scheduled to come in right behind the pavement. Our plans on our flat, which will be going to the Eagle Creek Bridge, which it was taken out. That road has been closed for quite a while. We are in the final PSC review. We talked to Aldott yesterday. They've already done basically 95% review already on the plans. They've approved the plan as a whole already. So we're just waiting for that final review, and we'll have the geotech reports, which will be needed for our pilot driving, by the end of next week as well, from what, the phone conversation we had yesterday.
And you're gonna have us a quote, or
Yes, I'll have that quote, yes. And then, really, right now, we're doing a lot, we're clearing right now on, North Creek Road, our right-of-way crew. We're doing a really good job. That's a very wooded area that they're going through right now. And I recommend that all commissioners go and look and see what we're doing with the equipment we purchased from that. It makes a big difference. Still bush hogging and still spraying. And we are painting today. We're painting this week. So, we're painting some roads, today and tomorrow.
what roads are you gonna be painting?
Today, we're doing, there's four, I think it's three we're doing today. We're doing the old, what I call the Freddie Carter Road. They're off the Wiggins Crossroad, goes north. And we're doing, not County Bridge, but, there's a road, what is it?
Red Carter?
Leon Wiggins Road is another one. And there's two of them, so I'm talking about them.
That's fine. I just-
We're kind of working that here today.
I've got a request for Steel Pond Road to be done as well. I turned it in, but I want to remind you.
To be what?
Steel Pond Road to be done.
Talking about striping on it?
What about the bridge maintenance? Not the one that we've been working on, but all these others that we have smaller jobs. Are they taking care of some of those?
We're moving to, I think today or tomorrow, we're moving to Finks Mill, or if it's working along Finks Mill, is where we're going to,
Okay.
next. So now Ron's coming, right west, they're going to approve things, come, I think, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we should hope to get done with things, we can move her back over to Potter, or we're going to move and start doing some work on that Finks Mill.
Good deal.
What's status on Music Road Bridge?
We're doing it, we'll have a geotech for that one as well, and, may try to soon get the evening as the priority and soon get through the evening. We already have a temporary bridge in place, so they're not really out
Yeah.
there, but we'll be moving there next after we get through the evening bridge.
Paving projects.
Paving project will be, next one's gonna be the, either, Jackson Town or either, Hockville, which one Wiregrass will choose to go to first. And then we also have, our dirt road paving, which would be the, Ross and Ridge Road between Malanga Road and Hart Creek Road. Those are, I've got those designed, and, also, Crestwood Bridge from, the end of the bridge to, Glisson Road, I've got that designed as well. And we just now breaking with some dry weather to kind of maybe start doing some of that work as well. Making progress.
Anybody else? Thank you, Lynn. Report from staff, Ms. Carey,
No, sir.
Ms. Eric.
No, sir.
Discussion items by commissioners, Ben,
No, sir.
Robbie, Lynn. I'm gonna let you have Tommy's time.
He's busy folding paper. No, just thank you all for coming back and being persistent in your needs. We appreciate that, and being here. I'd like to invite you back anytime, though. We always like to have the guests
We do.
in our meetings. Yes, we do. That's it.
Tommy?
She took my time, I'm good. I'll wait till next week.
All right, thank you. Oh, no other business, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Tommy?
Please.
Robbie?
Boom.